We start in Antigua and Barbuda, where the government has now provided $2 million to former LEAT workers living in the country. In a release, the Prime Minister's office said the money is being dispersed to LEAT's court-appointed administrator, Cleveland Seaforth. The sum is intended to meet partial satisfaction of the cash opponent of the compassionate payout, which the Antigua and Barbuda government has volunteered. It extends this compassionate offer, though the government has no legal obligation to make any payments. The government says it hopes the payout will bring Christmas cheer to workers who have been unable to earn income since losing their jobs. The payout is limited to former LEAT workers and residents of Antigua and Barbuda. The court-appointed administrator, Cleveland Seaforth, speaking to ABS News in Antigua, said his office is working feverishly to get the money out to the former workers.
As you would appreciate, this is a partial payment being made, so we are at the present time adjusting those numbers to determine the exact amount to be paid out to each person. We would have been able to reach out to each of the employees and advise them of what is the government's intention, and then to make arrangements to have them probably, and we're still trying to determine the best way it's going to work, but give their indication of approval and provide some form of ID, so that probably late Wednesday, early Thursday, we can make the disbursement to the bank, and the funds would then go to each of the person's bank accounts. It's a lot of work that has to be done in a short space of time, but we will try to get it done so that the original objective of trying to get the employees paid before Christmas is met.
Switching gears now to the latest on the coronavirus front, the Omicron variant has now overtaken Delta as the dominant coronavirus variant in the United States. According to the CDC, more than 73% of new cases in the country are caused by Omicron. Data from the CDC gathered last week found the prevalence of the Delta variant fell to just over 26%. The news comes as Pfizer and Moderna released their own research showing that boosters of their vaccines provide protection against the Omicron variant. And we have new details that are emerging on the release of the 17 North American hostages that were kidnapped in Haiti. Last Thursday, the Haitian Justice Minister announced the 12 remaining missionaries were free. And Monday, a Christian group in Ohio said it paid ransom for that to happen. Here's more.
Christian Aid Ministries said that a ransom was paid in order to help secure the release of 17 North American missionaries that had been kidnapped more than 2 months ago in Haiti. That is according to a press conference that the Ohio-based group gave on Monday, and the group said the decision came after excruciating hours.
As you might expect, the taking of our workers, including women and children, pushed us to our knees as we sought God's direction. Recognizing the lives at stake and having a desire for a nonviolent resolution, we grappled for many hours over the proper course of action, many intense hours.
And in that news conference, the group also claimed that the hostages had escaped after many days of waiting and no action on part of the kidnappers. Now, Haitian authorities have not yet confirmed that series of events describing an escape, and CNN has asked Haitian authorities for further information about the circumstances around the hostages returning home. Ransom kidnapping is a lucrative business for criminal groups in Haiti, such as the one that kidnapped the missionaries. In the year so far, more than 900 ransom kidnappings have been reported, although experts believe the number might be even higher because not all the kidnappings are reported to the authorities. For CNN, this is Stefano Pozzebon, Bogotá.
In the meantime, officials say the agriculture and farming industries have increased in the U.S. territories. But many local farmers still face issues that hurt production and sales. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports on what Virgin Islands Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett is trying to do to help Virgin Island farmers.
Agriculture in the VI have a lot of potential, but we also have a lot of setbacks.
In a recent virtual roundtable, a handful of people from the Virgin Islands agricultural industry spoke out about some of the challenges farmers face on the islands.
We can't produce a good quality product without water. We need real water assistance. We need to build the water infrastructure in the whole VI.
Creating a local food system. How do we get food moving between here, St. Thomas, St. John, that is local food? That is a significant challenge. So we are having even a farmer getting a loan, and he cannot meet this loan because he have not sold his production to go forward meeting this loan. That becomes a problem.
Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett says access to power, internet, reliable roads, and access to money are other common issues they've heard from farmers.
We know how important agriculture is. Our inability to really reach our full potential in farming and in agriculture has been an issue that has been dear to me even before coming to Congress.
In an effort to remedy some of these issues, she hosted a virtual session for farmers to learn about current opportunities that are available to them, like government loans, grants, and research that is being studied to help farmers in the near future. And later down the road, the Congresswoman says she will look at the upcoming Farm Bill and other proposed legislation in hopes of addressing the issues these farmers have raised.
We have a lot of work to do when it comes to the development of our local agriculture industry.
At the Capitol, Rachel